Guys, Todd James here, uh, making a video to answer a few questions that keep coming up. Specifically, how do I travel all the time? So stick around. Todd James back at you. I think I've covered this in other videos, and the answer should be pretty obvious. But people are always asking me how I travel so much. I'm not a travel vlogger by any stretch. I make my money off of Amazon primarily, but that income gives me the flexibility to pretty much go where I want to go and do the things I want to do outside my contractual obligations to a company that I am finishing up a contract with right now. I have tremendous freedom in what I do and when I do it. That allowed me to go to China twice in the past year. Been to Thailand. I'm getting ready to move to Thailand in April of 2020. I'm filming this from the rooftop pool deck of the downtown Grand in Las Vegas over Thanksgiving. Of course, there's nobody here, as you can see, which makes vlogging a lot easier because people aren't always trying to photobomb you and jump into your shot. This has been a lot of fun. I've had a blast out here in Las Vegas over Thanksgiving. This was supposed to be a super busy weekend for the city of Las Vegas, and actually it turned out not to be. So that was great. You got better service, no lines, things of that nature. Worked out real well. I've got some shots of, I'm in downtown Las Vegas, I should point out, so I've got some shots of Fremont Street that I'll post in another video. But just wanted to address the questions I keep getting about, well, how do you afford that? It's kind of funny, I guess these guys that are out here driving around Ferraris and Lamborghinis, they get those questions as well. But again, the average person doesn't understand the concept of scaling. And when everybody understands the mom and pop store on Main Street, USA, and they see the husband and wife go in there and open that store every day and work 10 or 12 hours and then go home and repeat the process the next day. But what they don't understand is when you are selling on Amazon, you have instant scaling. You are not presenting your products to the people in your city. You're presenting the products to the people in the entire country or to the world to some degree. And the results can be tremendously profitable. So that has given me the opportunity to travel. Generally speaking, over the last 10 years, I have taken a week off every month and have gone someplace. Whether it's a city in the US or I fly to Europe or I go to Canada. Now I'm kind of on the Asian leg of my exploration, I guess you'd say. So I'm headed to Thailand again in April to stay for 6 months to a year. I'll be back in China for the Canton Fair for both shows next year in April and October. And the resources to go there are just not a problem for me. And they wouldn't be a problem for you if you'd get off your butt and you'd do something. I'm not saying that you're lazy. It's usually not work ethic that holds people back, but it's fear of the unknown, fear of failure. And I just want to tell you, it's interesting to me that people that I've dealt with in a face-to-face situation that have come to some of my seminars, they show no hesitation, no fear at all to go out here and sign a 5 or 10 year lease in a strip mall and to spend their entire life savings up front without any guarantee of success to open a store. Somehow that seems less frightening to them than ordering a product from China or from a source of their choosing. But ordering a product, one product, spending a few $1,000s on it, setting it up on Amazon, and seeing what happens. They're willing to spend their life savings, their kids' college fund, and every penny they can borrow on something that has a high probability of failure, versus wading into it, trying one product, maybe being successful with that product, maybe not being successful with that product, but in any case, learning from that experience and then building on it and creating momentum and creating an online business that is sustainable and that will sustain them financially for many years to come. I don't know how to say it to people any more clearly than just point out that one of those scenarios involves relatively little risk. That would be the online scenario. And the other scenario involves a tremendous amount of risk. And for most people, it does not work out. 90% of all businesses fail. And those are brick and mortar businesses. And they fail because they're undercapitalized. The people don't have the time to develop the skill set that they need to develop in order to make that store successful, whether the store is a retail store of some type or a restaurant or whatever it is that they chose to open. They get into that after putting up so much money just to open the doors. Their time to learn is extremely limited, and most of them don't make it to the first year anniversary. They exhaust all their resources and they're gone. For a tiny fraction of that, 1% of what it takes to open a store, you can launch a product on Amazon, probably be successful with it, maybe not be successful with it, but you'll learn enough from it to where your next product will be successful. And you can grow on that success and build on that success. And I just want you all to think about that. We're approaching a new decade here. 2020 is just a few days away. Today's December 1st. You've got about 30 days to think about it. But make a New Year's resolution this year and stick to it, and make that resolution to start doing something online. There's so many things that can happen economically in the country over the next few years, and things that probably will happen. I strongly encourage you to have, at the very least, a side gig. And who knows, your side gig may become your primary gig at some point. And it's always better if you control the time frame as opposed to having an employer suddenly lay you off and all of a sudden you've got to scramble and find a solution to keep a roof over your heads. Make the most of your time. Take a look at my course when it comes out first of the year. We had great success this year. I had a bunch of students go with me to China. They're building on their success. I'm scaling in 2020. I've never really gone into a new year saying, hey, this is my year to scale, but 2020 is my year to scale. I'm going on record as saying that, and I'm looking to do multiples next year of what I did this year, and I had a fantastic 2019. Don't know how it's going to end up, but trust me, at this point in time, it's going to be an amazing year no matter what. That's all. If you have not done so already, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.